Cyclo-Cross is a fast, competitive, physically and mentally taxing sport that tests one's endurance and stamina.
The reason it's so popular is because it's hard. It's not a fun sport to do. It's really miserable out there. You know, it's cold, it rains, it snows. You can never get a rhythm when you're on the bike. It's awful. If you're not in peak condition for cyclocross, it's pure misery.
Races typically take place in the autumn and winter and consist of many laps over a short 1.5 to 2 mile course, ending when a time limit is reached rather than after a specific number of laps are accomplished by the last rider. The course ranges from pavement, sand, wooded trails, grass, steep hills, and obstacles that riders must overcome on foot. Races are generally 45 minutes long, with the distance of the track varying depending on ground conditions.
The main difference between cyclocross bikes and road bikes is clearance for the bigger tires. They're not much bigger than a regular road bike, but they're a little bit bigger, and the frames are a little wider to accommodate for the mud and all the grime you go through during cyclocross. But other than that, they're very, very similar to a regular road bike.
Frames must be lightweight in order for riders to carry their bicycles to overcome barriers or slopes too steep to climb in the saddle. The unrideable sections are generally very small and a fraction of the race distance. Every race gives riders points depending on their placement. At the end of the season, all the points accrue to make the rider's overall point total, placing them on the season standings. Biking is a scientifically proven outlet. Cyclocross, for many, is a way to escape the real world and all of its problems. It's a good way to stay in shape.
The feeling I get when I ride, now that I'm an old fat guy, is it's more for enjoyment now. It's totally different because I'm non-competitive. You know, I raced for probably 10 years, and it's a lot different when you get older, when you know you don't have to go out and train every day, and that you don't have to compete and try to win on the weekends. Now you can just go ride your bike, and it doesn't matter how fast you go, or you know, if guys go by, you don't feel that little aching in your heart or that knife in your back where you have to go chase them down and keep up, and you know.
Races are a fun family and friends event, with racers ranging in ages from 16 to 67 years old.
You know, here everybody's hanging out all day drinking beer and eating chili, bringing the kids, the dogs, and I think that's a big difference to me.
Cyclocross races started in Europe in the early 1900s. They would race each other to the next town over from them. They called them steeple races mainly because that was the only thing they could see from the ground. Cyclocross began to become popular in the US in the 1970s. The first race was held in New England, but the first US national championship was held in 1975 in Berkeley, California. Since then, the sport has flourished throughout the decades, becoming increasingly popular among kids and seniors. As one of the most popular competitive cycling tournaments in biking today, it is certain that the cyclocross will not soon be forgotten.